Hi everyone and a very warm welcome back to game number 2 with Meddi and Lathans for the March Monthly WARNO Tournament. Meddi is over on the left in blue as the 2nd Panzer Grenadiers and Lathans over on the right in red as the 8th Infantry Division. Lathans having the better side of this map. As we know, it is not perfectly balanced. Lathans even putting a little message down there. He was probably streaming at the time and just letting his viewers know he was pleased about it. But indeed, Lathans has a bit of an advantage here in that he's the first into Echo and he gets the buildings. Over on the other side, we do have a couple of forward deployment FS Jaeger troops for Meddi. He's certainly pushing the middle quite hard, not sending too much to Echo. A little bit coming around the top here. Up at the top of the map, good spread of units for Lathans. Just a couple coming in for Meddi there. Lathans certainly has the upper hand with that Abrams. Down here at the bottom, again, not a huge amount of units actually for Lathans going into this point, but as we know, Lathans can do a lot with very, very little. So don't underestimate Lathans having half the number of troops. He still might win that fight, especially when he's defending. More reinforcements being called in for the centre for Meddi. Just a couple of LRS squads in there currently for Lathans. I'm sure that will cause all kinds of issues for Meddi though. Meddi bringing in some Avklara all the way back here, interestingly. Sniper squad here about to get engaged by this Spartan. Sniper does not have any anti-tank. Sniper will get torn to pieces here. Only 2 of them getting hit by everyone. CV, is that in range? That is in range of the M40 and it's dead. M40 gets the kill on the CV as it goes across the bridge. Nasty early loss for Lathans. Lathans, however, managing to pull out 2 M60s at the bottom here. Getting a couple of kills at the top there, it looks like, as well. Those M60s kill the infantry and their transport that came in here. A little bit concerned about these M60s. He might try and cut off Meddi here, but we'll see. Cobra around the back here for Lathans, cleaning up these Avklara that have no defense, obviously. There is a napalm bomber coming in. I assume going for the Cobra, but the napalm bomber is going to get hit by that Eyehawk, possibly. I would imagine so. I mean, the range on the Eyehawk is absolutely insane right now. Look at the range on it. 6,000 meters. Yeah, here we go. M60s pushing up on these units here. Unfortunately, those M40s caught out of position. Without being in a building and without being closer, obviously the tanks outrange them. They are now... No, they're just staying outside the range of the M40s. This is a big problem for Meddi. He doesn't have any serious anti-tank there. He doesn't have a tank. He doesn't have any anti-tank missiles. He would be relying on the M40s, which could do a lot of damage, but he's lost one of them already. And these guys are just staying out of the range. This is a big problem for Meddi right now. Up here, very little in here for Lathans, but he is holding with literally 3 units. He has lost all of his command and his anti-air that was there. It was an Eyehawk, wasn't it? So he's lost all of that in the back corner there. So Meddi is managing to do some clearing up, but at the same time, Lathans is clearing up down here. Another Cobra coming in down here. There isn't actually any anti-air down here. There's a Jeopard there that's heading towards the middle of the map. Napalm bomber coming in there, going for that chopper. Does get the kill, but will die to the Eyehawk. Napalm jets aren't that cheap. R1's coming in now to try and deal with these M60s. I fear this might be a bit too late though. M60s are no longer caught out in the open field. They are in this forested area. This anti-air, it's very poor anti-air really. And instantly taken out. I mean, these 2 tanks have just completely cleaned up down here. Proving once again that Lathans can do a lot with very, very little. Pars will engage on these tanks now. But they've got a hit and 50% accuracy. Both those missiles missed. They're firing again. Almost hit. Second one does get a hit. Lathans has realized and blown smoke on both of those. Cobra around the back here, cleaning up. Look at all of these units being destroyed. This is Lathans absolutely, completely cleaning up here. Doing a lot of damage, especially with all of these M60s on the map. The Abrams there as well. Unfortunately, Meddi just doesn't seem to have an answer to these tanks. It is currently +2 to Meddi, but I'm not convinced how long that's going to be the case for. A couple of M48s coming in now. That is a good shout. They are still tanks at the end of the day. Thunderbolt coming in here. It's going to go for those pars. He needs to get them out of there. If he doesn't see this coming in, he's going to lose at least one of them. Thunderbolt very slow, but will hit hard with its cannon. Oh, it's veering off. That's a surprise. Wait, is he going for that command? I think he can see that command and he's going for it. No. No. He's firing at the Jeopard. Jeopards are engaging on it, but doing a reasonable amount of damage, actually. Because those A10s take a lot of punishment. Command in here, but only to neutralize. But he is moving it straight into here. Meddi is going for shenanigans and points. Points, points, points. And points mean prizes. Unfortunately, when he drives out of there, he will lose that point. M60's getting repaired and resupplied there. M40's down here. Moving into maybe a more defensive position. M40s just aren't up to scratch, unfortunately. Versus tanks, they're too short range. Command in the back here. +4 currently to Meddi. He will catch up on points momentarily. Toe Cobra coming in to kill it, though. Lathans has made some nice progress up here. Again, it's all about these M60s doing so much damage from range. And it feels like Meddi is having a real hard time dealing with them right now. He's bringing in tanks up here as well. Just the M48s, though. Problem is the M48s only have the 5 front armor. Gun's not terrible, but much shorter range, so the M60s still outrange him. And they have 10 front armor. So Lathans just has the better tanks in this situation. HE Bomber coming in here. Where is it going? It is going for the Eyehawk. Does drop. Will it get the kill? Eyehawk gets a nice hit and the Chaparrals finish the job, but the Eyehawk is dead. But now he's got the Chaparrals to worry about as well. A10 Thunderbolt coming in now. Toe Cobra has managed to clean up quite a lot down here. Still in control at this point, but this command will be on the way over there. Currently +4 to Meddi. Points mean prizes, remember, folks. It is good to have the points. But Meddi needs to maintain control of the center here. He needs to get Lathans out, and he cannot do it with the stuff he's got right now. These M60s are just going to tear him apart. He's relying heavily on the M40s. And they're great at close range. But the M60s outrange them. Lathans recaps this. It'll be back momentarily to neutralized. And there it is, back to neutralized. Defensive line here for Meddi. Not going to be much movement there. I think defensive, reasonably defensive here. I mean, ideally, Meddi needs to get into this point and kill those 2 tanks. There's not a lot in there for Lathans. But Lathans is doing a lot with very little. With a little bit of overwhelming force against those tanks, Meddi would win. Easily. But he'd need to move quickly. Chaparral's being moved into the center now. M48 being pushed up here. Good range of sight there. Needs to be careful though, because those LRS will have... Yeah, LRS can see that. LRS have a good line of sight. Especially with the bonus of having the ground surveillance radar. And he did put an attack beacon there, but obviously the command has moved back to the center. Attack beacon down on those Chaparrals there. And the tank that's there, obviously. I'm wondering what Meddi has in his deck, to be honest. Maybe I need to have a look at the deck. Because I'm not seeing much in the way of anti-tank other than the M40s coming in. Now, the recoilless rifles are still good, but they did get heavily nerfed in recent patches compared to what they once were. So you don't see them being used quite as much. M48's getting absolutely minced here, already being seen by these tanks. Marder's here engaging. Infantry pushing across open ground at long range versus these tanks. M48 taking hits. I mean, yeah, there's no way against those tanks. The PARs are coming in now. They will stand more of a chance, but obviously the chaparrals here will be pushed up to deal with them. Yeah, look, they're on attack move to move up there. All these infantry just lambs to the slaughter. PAR 1 still not getting a kill. Do some damage, but do not get the kill. Another missile's coming in. Misses again. Those hot ones are absolute hot garbage. I'm sorry. They are genuinely hot garbage. They miss so often. The dice rolls here are not favouring Meddi at all. He is getting royally screwed. He's got a bit of a push going on in the middle, but Lathans is in there. It's currently +2 to Lathans. It won't take him too long to catch up now. Cluster coming in, going for those tanks. If he's got a good positioning on this, he might get a couple of kills. Beautiful. 1 kill and a couple of really badly damaged tanks there. That will put Lathans back slightly, but he does have plenty of supply up. But again, Lathans with very, very little. Rangers and 2 tanks in here. He's had to... I mean... 2 tanks, Rangers, and an LRS squad just held off 2 Marders, 2 sets of infantry, and 2 M48s. I mean, there needs to be an answer from Meddi to these tanks. And a cluster bomber is great, but it's dying as it comes in. Pioneer Armbrust coming in here. Again, a nice unit. They have the armbrust, it does a bit of damage, but again, it's short range. He has to be on top of the enemy units. Smoke wouldn't go amiss in this situation, potentially, I thought. If he'd smoked, maybe? I mean, Meddi is a really good player, but he's really struggling against these tanks. Jaeger Commander here, getting caught out with its pants down against these mech rifles. Another couple of M60s coming in this way. Abrams coming in towards the center now. Yeah. These tanks now repaired and resupplied. Lathans just with a superior micro here, I'm afraid. Can we see some cheeky sneaking around the back by Meddi? Getting a command round into this back point or something. There is some smoking there. It's a jet that went down. I wonder if he could risk getting something around there or even in here. I mean, there's a TOW 2 coming in here. That's just like Lathans turning around and going, look at me, I've got real anti-tank capabilities. All this stuff coming in here. Again, M60's coming in. M48 instantly killed. Poor Meddi is really struggling in this game. Jaeger caught out again. Bit of a push going on up here by Lathans. It's all building to building fighting, but Lathans just has the fire support. Bringing in some stingers now for back cover. There are some mortars in the middle here. Lathans now being bold enough to push out from this point. Good offense is sometimes the best defense. Lathans making some progress across here. Loads of reinforcements coming in here for Meddi. But Lathans certainly in a good position at this side. Loads of M48s coming in there. Oh, a Leopard. Finally, we are seeing a Leopard come in and Tier 3. I think that's the first big leopard we've seen in this game. And they're not cheap. It's a big expense to bring them in, 270, but it will mince those M60s. Look at this. Lathans is moving to cut off this reinforcement and resupply road. I think that's what's going on here. He's pushing up slowly. Oh, wow. Look at all of these coming in. A train of thunderbolts. Wow. This will be video worthy. Oh, yeah. What are they even going for? Oh, they're all just kind of coming in together and then veering off as they get hit by an Eyehawk. Ha ha ha. Two can play at the Eyehawk game, says Meddi. Has his own in. Jeopards and Eyehawks. Eyehawk is busy reloading though. M60's going straight for the Eyehawk. Tornado in now, going for the Thunderbolt. Meddi's command is dead in the center. +4 to Lathans. And I'm afraid game is very close to being over right now. I think this is going to be very difficult for Meddi to recover from. Relying on these M40s, unfortunately, they just do not have the range to deal with tanks. These M60s now in position to completely block off this resupply and reinforcement road. And I suspect a few of these units are about to get caught out. Oh, I think Meddi has maybe realised, yeah, he's telling stuff to get out there. He's having these tanks push up here to engage. But the map is looking very, very red. A lot of Meddi's units, unfortunately, caught out and surrounded by Lathan's units here. This is going to be a mess down here, isn't it? M60 is just laying down the fire, tearing apart the M48s. And unfortunately, the Milans from the Marders just not hitting the mark. Does get one hit there, but it's not enough. Marder is just not hitting much right now. Gets a kill on the transport, but that's it. Zisharung's pushing up here. The Zisharungs don't have any anti-tank, so they cannot even scratch these M60s. Another Park 1 coming in with the HOTS, but immediately smoke going down. Whatever happened to that Leopard? There's the Leopard. I mean, the Leopard... Oh, there's the M1A1's up there. If it was the Leopard versus just the M60s, it would be fine. But it's now the Leopard versus the M60s, an M1A1, and all the infantry. 2 M1A1s. That poor Leopard is in serious trouble. And this game is all but over. Poor Meddi. Some really crappy rolls on the dice on those missiles. And just seemingly unable to really deal with the M60s for most of this game. That is such a shame. Such a shame. Good sneaky getting around the back with that command though. But yeah, this has been a very, very uphill battle. And I think, unfortunately, Lathans has managed to shove him off the other edge of that cliff. Once again, so impressed with Lathans defending this point with 4 units for such a long time. An LRS squad, a Rangers squad, and 2 M60 tanks for such a long time. Look at all these infantry flooding in now. Leopard got round and got some nice shots off. He might get the kill on the Abrams. Does get the kill on the Abrams. Took a hit too, but at least he got the Abrams. Still another one round here and another one coming in. Leopard 2A3 came in here. Oh no. Did that Leopard come in there and get hit by the Rangers at close range with the AT4? I didn't see what happened there. But that took a lot of damage. It needs to get out of there. It'll still take a lot of damage from these M60s. Glancing blow. One is down. Is that the M40 that got that final blow? These M60s have paid for themselves tenfold in this game. I mean, they cost 95 points. They have surely killed nearly 1,000 points between them. Okay, maybe fivefold then. We need to look at that at the end, because they have been, you know, absolutely devastating. And there's the surrender. Commiserations there, Meddi. That was absolutely brutal. Lathans just wrecking with those M60s across the map. Let's have a look at the kills on those M60s. I mean, that Abrams, that was the Abrams at the top of the map that came in very early on. And that got loads of kills as well. That must have been killing stuff at the top and then in the middle as well. That M60 was one of the ones at the bottom. Look at all those kills. That one alone got 3 M48s. Zischerungs, a couple of Marders, the anti-air gun. And that was the other one. Again, 2 M48s, some Marders, Spartan, Recon. I mean, they certainly paid for themselves. Wow. M60 again doing well. Chaparral got plenty of kills. Chaparral got plenty of kills. M60 getting a reasonable amount of kills. On the other side, unfortunately for poor Meddi, there is really nothing that stands out at all. That is such a brutal game. Wow. Well done for getting a command around the back, but yeah, played to Lathans. Exceptionally well played. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned. There will be more WARNO during the week.